Hello everybody, welcome back to the Gear Shed. Today we're going to do a quick review of the Montane flux parka. Now you've probably seen on my channel there's been a little bit of a hiatus of not a lot of videos going up. Main reason for that is I had a few health issues and I've had half my thyroid cut out. So yeah, trying to get over that, so I haven't been able to get out and about much for a while. Early days yet, so still healing up. So I thought, being housebound, I should go through my wardrobe and see what I've got to review, and I've got a lot of stuff to review. And what I found with clothing, not a lot of good reviews on clothing out there, especially for some of the stuff that I'm looking at. So I thought, I'll help everybody out and I'll do some reviews of what I've got. So, Montane flux parka. Now this is a primaloft jacket. This is kind of like the mid-weight of Montane's range. They do a couple of lighter ones, the Fireball, the Prism, and also a little bit warmer. They do a Spitfire, which is the next one up. This is kind of like a good all-round British weather winter jacket. People do get away with it, using it in Scotland as a belay jacket if you're a little bit warm-blooded, but it's probably a little bit light for that for most people. So yeah, winter in the UK, wild camping, that kind of stuff, this is where it's at. Now, this has got Primaloft Eco in it, or Silver. They keep changing the names of the various types of Primaloft depending on how they're feeling at the time. But essentially you have Primaloft 1, which is like the top of the range Primaloft. Then you have Eco or Eco Silver, which is what's in this particular jacket. The main difference is the Primaloft 1 is a little bit warmer for the weight, and it's also more water repellent, so generally doesn't soak up as much water, dry quicker than this one. Okay. Obviously there's a price difference. These ones you can usually pick up around about the £100 mark. If you're sneaky, you might give out a little bit less than that. With the things like the Primaloft 1 jackets, you're paying another 50 quid or more for sort of comparable weight of insulation, but obviously better for weight wise. So with the Montane, I generally find sizing wise that they are on the small side. So I'm generally an extra large on most brands, 45-inch chest. This particular one is a 2XL, which is what I find across the board with Montane that I need to go the next size up. So if you're a really big guy, 2XL, that's where they max out at for size-wise. This particular one is actually quite loose fitting for the size, to allow you to get extra layers underneath. Some of their other garments, like their windproofs or some of their lighter Primaloft jackets, a little bit smaller fit, a little bit snugger, a little bit more active kind of fit than what this is. So this is generally designed to go over the top of everything else. Now, how I particularly use this is if we're stopping somewhere, I'll just throw this over everything I've got. So if I'm wearing a shell layer, I'll throw this over the top. It's not, I don't have to worry so much about it getting wet as if I was using a down jacket. Now weight-wise, this particular one on my scales is 700 grams. So remember, 2XL size, 700 grams. It's 1.65 pounds for those across the water. Now with Primaloft jackets, they generally, when they're talking about the insulation, they're using grams per square meter, which is basically how thick the insulation is. So with this particular coat, it has 100 gram Primaloft in the body, so in the body here, and then along the back. And then it has 60 grams per square meter in the arms, the hood, and then also as an overlay in the front. So we have, against the body I've got 100 grams, and then in front of the pockets here it's another 60, so you have basically 160 grams per square meter over your chest area from there. Generally I found this, I haven't been cold on anything from I'm stationary. Generally this is pretty good down into the sort of probably -5, maybe a little bit colder, with layers on underneath it. It's not like that standalone. Let's talk a little bit about fit. I know when I was looking online there wasn't actually a lot about fit and any of the features of this, so you get a very quick look. So I will show you, but also tell you what I think about these features as well. Now, one of the great things I find about Montane is the cut's very good. This particular one, I can lift my arms up, nothing's moving around, don't feel any bunching, the sleeves stay without. It's a beautiful fit for me. I've got quite long arms, 6'1" in height, as I said, for about 45-inch chest. So fit wise, I can't ask for anything else. It's probably for me pretty much a perfect fit. It's also quite long. This comes just below my butt cheeks. You won't be able to see this from this camera angle, but it does come below just my butt cheeks, so it's quite long. That adds a lot to the warmth as well. It's not sort of like the short sort of climbing cut, it is a lot longer. Sleeves, as I said, sleeves are definitely good length. Hood is very, very good. It's got a wide peak. I think you might struggle to get this over an actual climbing helmet, unless it's quite a low profile one. You probably find it would, yeah, it might do. It just depends on how big your helmet is. It's got an adjuster at the back that takes out the volume. It's very good, as I said, good hood, does move quite well with you, and it's got quite a high collar. So you can really, if it's cold and horrible, you can hide down out of the way. All the zippers, they're quite decent sized zippers. These ones are probably YK, they're probably at least a YKK number 5 or an 8. It's probably a 5, but they're not coil zip, they're teeth zip, so they're quite easy, and they do move really, very well. Got all pull kit tabs on the top, so they're quite a chunky zip and a little easy to engage, and also double ended, so you can, as I said, you can zip it up from the bottom as well, which is quite useful as well if you're wearing a harness or want to get into your layers underneath. So pocket wise, we have these two sort of Napoleon pockets in the front here. Okay, these, as I said, these are behind the insulation, and then you have a pocket behind that. So in between those two layers is just basically a piece of Pertex, a piece of nylon. So you have the insulation on the front. So generally, if you've got your hands in these back hand warmer pockets, you've got a layer of primaloft in front of them. So they are proper, they do warm your hands up, and you're not immediately opening your body. When you open the zipper, there's also that layer of 100 grams behind that. So you're not losing copious amounts of heat out of that nylon behind there. So that works quite well. So apart from that, other than that, it's quite simple. The draw cords are all sort of captured inside. So the one for around the hood is actually captured inside the jacket. It's got a nice little fluffy draft tube, and the draft extractor has a sort of a non-snag material on it, and it does feel like there's probably a layer of primaloft in there as well, but it's not particularly thick. But I mean, I don't ever find that I feel like there's any heat leaking out of there at all. But inside pockets, you have just a little mesh one. It's probably not big enough for like an Nalgene bottle. You might get away with that. It's going to be quite big and bulky in there, but it's probably like a 500 gram sports bottle or something will fit in there, alright, if you're thinking on those lines. Yeah, so it fits very good. As I said, you know, durability wise, this has got a Pertex outer shell. It's what they call Pertex Classic Eco. I like to do a lot of eco. So essentially it's just a tightly woven nylon with a DWR coating on it. You will eventually wear holes in it if you scrub it up against rocks and stuff, so it's not going to be super bomber. But I'm pretty bad on my equipment, and I tend to snag things and rip things, and all my wind shells have got holes in them. But this is tended to actually hold up very, very well over the course of its life. Yeah, so that's the Montane Flux Parka. Great piece of kit. As I said, it's got a little bit of room inside, so just take that if you've got other Montane garments you've had. This is actually a bit bigger, definitely bigger than some of the other Pertex, some of the other primaloft jackets I've had from Montane, so just bear that in mind. So maybe either get it so you can return it, or go into the shop and try it on. Alrighty, so hopefully this year things are going to perk up, and I'm going to get out and do a little bit more stuff in the outdoors and do some more reviews. I want to go through my wardrobe. I've got a stack of equipment there that I can review for you that I haven't seen. A couple of things I haven't seen anything really online that will tell you about that. Yeah, also have an Instagram account now, which I'll put in the description, so you check me out on Instagram as well. Find that a little bit easier doing that. Obviously quick to put a picture online and see what I've been up to. Alright, so until next time guys, make sure you click the old subscribe button. Have a look at putting some comments in here. Give me some ideas for other reviews as well, or something that you would like to see reviewed that you might have seen that I've got. Alrighty, so next time, have a good one, and I'll see you later.